Hey, Michelle, just wanted to give you some feedback from yesterday. So, a couple of things. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the release, and then we're also going to talk a little bit about the catch. So, wanted to go back, look at the release side of this real quick. So let's look at it from back here. So I want you may have to blow this up a little bit, but I want you to kind of notice, well, first of all, you can see on the catch side, that one is pretty solid there, but we'll come back to it. But on the release side, look at where your head is as the knees flatten, and right there, it looks like we've swung back, like we finished the knees flatten, and we swung back at the last second. And now we're as far laid back as we need to. And look at that roof behind you with the top of your hat and that roof. That's about the very end of layback. But then we start to lay back just a little bit more and slouch, and look at the body kind of sink and the blade begin to tear out of the water. I think your mind is telling you you're pulling to the chest, but you've lowered your chest so low as you did a kind of a double layback, because you were already laid back right there, but then you laid back as the handle's coming to you, you're laying back some more, and now the blade's tearing and ripping out of the water, and we get a bunch of foam kind of flipping off of it. And the hole behind here could be a little bit bigger, and that's going to come from the catch side. So you're going to see on the catch side what happens when we don't have a very big hole, which means it's harder to get the blade out of the water. So we have a habit of laying back at the very last second because we don't trust the fact that we can get out of the water because we haven't opened up a big hole. So let's look at this again. Now, it's a little hard to detect, when you see it full speed, but now, like, we're laid back, and then here comes, and look at your head relative to trees or the shoreline, and then there's the dump, and the blade is kind of tearing out of the water, and it kind of flips right there. We'll watch it one more time. In this picture, you can see the white sand beach there behind you. So this looks pretty good. That amount of layback looks like it should be enough, should be pretty solid. And then when you go to get more layback, you're sinking down. Sink, 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 sink. And we really don't have any effective pressure on the blade anymore in the same way. So that's what we see on the release side. Now on the catch side, we're looking for the moment that the blade is at the point that it's closest to the bow and it's going in. So at that moment right there, look, closest to the bow, it should be seeking down to the water. But instead, it starts to move in the air, takes a very long time to get covered, and then you don't achieve full grippage with any bend on the shaft until you're halfway through the drive. I mean, I like your body being forward and you're not opening up too soon, but you're halfway through the drive before there's any real meaningful connection to the water. And I believe, look at this point here, it's taken too long for you to open up an air pocket, which that lack of air pocket behind there is I think over time, based on a long history of maybe rowing like this, without that air pocket in suspension, you don't have the air pocket to carve out of at the release. So you lay back more at the last second. You can see it right there, that whole body. You were there, you were laid back, the arms were driving. Look at your height of your head above the shoreline. I can't see the bill of your hat, but now look at the bill of your hat. You just sank down into the boat and just collapsed big time. All right, so now we come back to the catch. Nice early square, like it a lot. It could have gone in right at the point of about Patty's shins. Instead, it rose in. No backsplash. And it's just, now we're connected halfway through the drive. So we didn't have the bottom of the squat, so to speak, to open up the blade. Then there's one here I saw that looked pretty solid, actually. And it looks like you were playing with it. Look at your head. You really turned to watch. Oh, this one I like. You really turned to watch it. The shins are up vertical. That was rode in. And then you came in and that was rode in. And that was rode in. Where's the one that you got it right? Nope. Maybe the one before. Yeah, there it is. You could see it come in. Look, you're watching it and it goes. Now, it takes you way too long to get it covered. Should have been covered by now. But at least notice there's your V-splash. Yeah, it's a little exaggerated. The backsplash is a little exaggerated. But that was the right idea. And you can see it because the blade, at the moment that it's getting as close to the bow as possible, it's also going down to the water. And that was really nice. Now we just need to get it covered sooner. But anyways, so give you some feedback where we're going. Hope that helps.